I'm Jenny Day. So glad to have you with me. Tonight, President Trump is pushing to get kids back to school in the fall, publicly pressuring governors to open the doors for students. But there are many complicated questions about how this can be done safely with coronavirus cases still on the rise. Stephanie Goss kicks off our coverage.
The moms want it, the dads
President
want it,
Trump
the
is
kids
putting the responsibility to reopen schools this fall squarely on the shoulders of the country's governors.
We're very much going to put pressure on governors and everybody else to open the schools, to get them open. I think it's going to be good for them politically, so they keep the schools closed.
But in places where the virus is surging, there are concerns that it would not be safe, like in Arizona.
Would you feel comfortable as an emergency room doctor right now in Arizona sending kids back to school tomorrow?
Oh, no, I would not. I would not recommend that for any parents. Not yet.
In Florida's Miami-Dade County, where the mayor started rolling back the reopening of businesses after a spike in cases there, the superintendent of the nation's fifth largest school district is not exactly ready to throw open the doors either.
I think it is legitimately impossible.
But Alberto Carvalho is working on a plan for when the case numbers go down. Among the biggest challenges, how is it possible to maintain social distance in often crowded schools?
Social distancing, single direction hallways, utilizing non-traditional educational space, required personal protective equipment.
What happens if a teacher or student gets the virus?
They'll have to be in quarantine, and unfortunately all those in contact with that teacher or employee affected would also have to be in quarantine.
The other big hurdle for school systems nationwide is money. How will they pay for all this?
Additional federal support is needed at this time for the resources, for the cleaning supplies, for additional manpower to ensure aggressive sanitization and additional staff for the supervision of students.
Health experts say the guidelines for returning to school will change depending on location. Parents, teachers, and students will have to be flexible because the virus is so unpredictable.
Meanwhile, a number of national teacher organizations are calling on the government for a cohesive national plan that includes, among other things, lots of money. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News.
And as President Trump pushes for schools to reopen in the fall, several school districts in Imperial County are preparing to follow a social distance learning model instead. As you heard, despite the jump in COVID-19 cases, President Trump is urging schools to reopen, even threatening to cut funding from those that don't. Brawley Elementary School District's first day of school is August 17th, but the superintendent says they are moving forward with distance learning, and that decision is final, at least until September, when the board plans to reassess teacher instruction.
I do understand people wanting kids back in school. I understand the president wanting kids back in school. We want kids back in school, but we also need to do it in a safe way. You know, right up until about, I'd say 3 weeks ago, we were planning for that blended model and trying to have, students at school. And then, the more we looked at data and the information that we were getting from both the state and the county, the more we realized, by law or regulation, we just weren't going to be in a position to do that.
Yeah, a recent survey by the district revealed almost 50% of parents do not feel comfortable sending their kids to school just yet.